Hello and welcome to another episode of The Kickback. I am your host, The Dude, and as we always do, we'd like to say thank you for coming in the building this evening, and we'd like to say thank you for being a part of this show. And as we say all the time, we do not do any type of racism, no form of racism at all. So if you have any racist comments, keep them to yourself. Dave, how are you doing tonight, my brother?
Man, wonderful, brother. It's a terrific Tuesday. God's still in the blessing business. Although it
Man,
might be cold on the outside, it's warm and sunny on the inside.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is warm and fuzzy on the inside, just how I like it, my brother. How has your week been thus far? I know today's only Tuesday, but how's your week been?
Man, it's been an amazing week so far. We got the cultural arts department at the church. We're starting to get our juices flowing for February for Black History Month, and man, we got some new ideas for this year's program, and I was able to start getting some traction on my portion of the program, and I'm excited. We're going to put together a video clip. We're going to do interviews with different people here in the Nashville area to speak about, their experiences, anything dealing with the civil rights era, or just life in general. But I'm excited.
All righty, all righty. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome to the kickback. Hello?
Hello, just 1 minute.
All righty.
Now, is this for Melvin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, well, give him 30 seconds to get to the phone if you can.
Yes, ma'am. All righty. Tonight's show is about a story that if you have not checked out, you need to go check out called the Silver Dollar Road. It's about a plot of land in the Carolinas that has uh, been a fight for a few years over some property, and we just have one of the family members here tonight to tell us the story and where they are now with the whole situation about the Silver Dollar Road. So if you hadn't heard the story, check it out, but go see it. It is now on Prime Video, Silver Dollar Road. It is a very touching story. If you have not seen it, you go see it. But here in a few minutes, we will have a gentleman on the line to tell his part of the story. Now, Dave, you were saying that you all have a cultural arts thing going on at the church.
Yeah, well, that's what we call it, the cultural arts department. But we're, basically doing the Black History Month. We're going to have an event every Sunday at church for the month of February.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful, and you guys are planning that now,
Oh
so
yeah.
that is going to be good. For some reason, their mic is muted. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Uh, I'm trying to unmute the mic because I know she said it was going to be a few minutes before they got there. So if somebody's there and you can hear
There you
me,
go.
all
We
right,
can
hello?
hear you.
We can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. How
Yeah,
are you today, sir?
I'm doing fine.
All righty. My name is Joe, but on the show they call me the Dude. And this is the Kickback Podcast, and we are happy to have you here to tell your story about the Silver Dollar Road. And if you could give me your name and just tell the people about who you are and what part you have in this story.
Okay. My name Melvin Davis, and I guess I'm the one that started all of it
Okay.
on our side. Been rough get up there down up in here.
It's
Been
what?
rough. It's been rough.
It's been rough?
Yeah, it's been rough.
All righty. So when did this all start? When did all the the problems start with this land that you all have had for years in your family?
Well, for me, it started back in 1975.
Okay.
And
19.
1975, when it started, and we've been going on with it since 1975, from one thing to another. Whatever
Okay.
come up, we tackled it.
You
And
tackled it.
yeah, I mean, we try to hold it down, but it got serious one time, and we oh man, it done some organ and doing down SilverDollarRoad. Uh, People come in there and say they own the land and all, but nobody never bring no papers forward.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. And,
Nobody.
and most of the time, the church bring you papers, and the church knew the papers wasn't right.
Mm.
This has been one crucial case, and it today never been in the court of law. We will not take this case to court,
Okay.
and lawyers. We had several lawyers on this case, good lawyers.
Yeah, I've heard that you had one lawyer that I think the number was quoted at 80,000 is what was spent for one lawyer.
Yeah. That was Terry Richardson.
All righty, and
90 some thousand.
90 something thousand was
Yeah,
spent for Terry Richardson, and he couldn't get this problem resolved.
well, I tell you about Terry Richardson. I think we were threatening Terry Richardson family, and it scared him. And he was scared of this case. But hey, you scared of a case, why get in it? If
Right,
you don't have to do it, you don't have to. And if
right.
you're not gonna do your best at this case, don't mess with it. Don't take the money. I was in jail at the time we got Terry Richardson.
Hey, cousin
So
Melvin, this is David. I wanted to ask you, do you have your phone on speaker?
Yeah.
Can you take it off speaker because you have an echo? Let's see if you take it off speaker and just hold the phone up and speak to it, if that would change the volume.
Okay, come here, Lydia. Wait a minute. Cause she know how to work this phone.
Okay, that's much better. Just keep it right there. Whatever you're doing, just keep it right there because I think if you have the phone too far away, it starts to echo.
Okay.
That's much better.
That's much better. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
all righty. So you were
Okay.
saying that you were in jail when your family got Terry Richardson. How long were you in jail?
I was in jail 8 years and stuff.
8 years you spent in jail. And what was the crime that they charged you with to hold you in jail for 8 years?
They couldn't come up with no crime. They done depositions with me. We try to make a case, and all. You're not gonna trap me, 'cause I know.
Right.
And you know how it is. When they don't want to, in it today, they would not give us no papers when we got out on nothing.
So
So
they
they,
just
they actually held you in jail because you refused to sign over the rights to your land.
To my land.
Okay.
And I refused to do it, and I didn't do it. And we bought lawyers and judges, and I didn't know some of them because I didn't trust some people in Boca, because they were like this here. They would they would have people that wasn't in no judge.
mm,
And then when we got locked up, my lawyer out of town, he told me, he said, man, these people don't want to do but just lock y'all up. I said, we already locked up. So I'm not gonna do what they want me to do. You
right.
sign this piece of paper, we'll let you out today. I said, well, you're not going to get it.
Hmm. So they locked you, and was it your brother or your
Yeah.
cousin?
Where do you have locked? Three of my brothers up. Me, Billy, and Lock Curtis. And
Okay.
between Billy or Luke and that and the hill on to me and Lock Curtis. Cause we right there on the water.
Okay. So your property was the one that's closest to the water. Your portion of the property was the one that was closer to the water.
Yeah, where I built the center.
Uh huh.
We had baptism, the children swim down there and everything. But hey, we still fighting.
Okay. So did they make you all tear any of the buildings down or do any of those things to
No,
the property?
no, well, they never could keep us off of that property because we wouldn't do it. But they did do this while I was in jail. They dug a ditch behind mother house and tried to outline them a piece of property out. Like dig a ditch, set them a line, draw them a line.
Right, right. They tried to draw some lines in the property to
That they
draw.
want,
Yeah.
that they want, what they said he owned.
Oh, what they said they owned.
Yeah, they claim this property is supposed to have been sold to three to at least six people, seven people. But then nobody will never come forward and bring the names and stuff. They never ain't done it today. But who messing with us is that lawyer. He won't come forward.
So who was the person who originally tried to sell 13 acres of property off of
Well,
your land?
okay, that was my granddaddy's brother, Shedrill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he from out. He been in Jersey all his life, Patterson.
And so then he found out that your father died and he came down and tried to carve him out a piece of property and um, then he tried to sell that piece of property.
Yeah, he tried to sell it, but we was on him so close he couldn't do nothing. We was always a little ahead of him in his game. He,
All
he,
right.
he bought people from New Jersey and tried to sell it to him. When he get out there and do a land and he do a title search, he find out he don't own nothing down here.
Uh-huh.
See, he thought it was a piece of land that my granddaddy and his daddy had the land, but he lost the land at the
Okay, Miss
courthouse door.
Kim,
My
I'm
granddad
up
lost
here
the land
already.
at the courthouse door, and Mr. Real,
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear someone else. Who else has
Okay,
entered the
yeah, I
room?
hear somebody else, but it sounded like Kim was in one time. Tell them who you is. They want to know who you is. My name is Curtis Real. Okay, that's my brother.
That's your brother.
Yeah, that's the one who was in jail with me.
How you doing, Mr. LaCurtis?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You having a good day so far?
Yeah, it's been a good day.
It's a good day. We were just sitting there talking to your brother Melvin. He was giving us a bit of an insight about this thing that's going on with this property and just telling us the story. What can you remember about this story?
Basically, Melvin know everything.
He know it, so you just gonna co-sign on what Melvin's saying?
Yeah,
All righty. So Melvin, you were saying that your uncle brought down some people from Jersey trying
Yeah,
to get the property.
yeah. But when he got them lawyers down here, they went to the courthouse and done a title search, and they found out he didn't own nothing down there.
Yes.
We got 3 tracts of land here, and my granddaddy bought this land at the courthouse door. One tract, the 65 acres.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he bought that at the courthouse door, but he got a friend of his to buy that land at the courthouse door and fix it. And his friend was a good man, and the man that bought that land back from my granddaddy, he shot me down and talked me through it. That was one of the head men in there.
All right. So he bought the land, bought it back from your granddaddy. So you guys have 65 acres. So
65.
everybody still on this land. Nobody has left this land.
No, we never left that land now. Only time we left that land is he locked us up.
Right.
I did in La Curtis.
Yeah,
The
they
rest of the
locked you
people,
all up, but everybody else stayed.
yeah, we never left that land. They on that land right now.
So who was it? From what I understand, there was some real estate investor or something tried to come in and buy the land that was close to the water. Have you all ever talked to this real estate investor?
No, sir.
So
We
it's
never
so
talked to this investor because he never showed up. He never bring no papers to the land. He never bring no. We got our papers. We got ours, but they don't never bring nothing to the table. Just question you. We talk to most of the sheriff. The sheriff is delivering all these papers. But when we went to jail, got out. They ain't delivering no more papers.
that
But
so
but
once you and your brothers and them went to jail, the sheriff stopped coming and they kept pressuring you all while you were in jail to sign this paper so they
yeah,
could let y'all go free.
yeah, yes. And then the way they locked us up, it's never been a trial. We walked in the courthouse that morning, and this Judge Jenkins, from out of Greenville, and he said this here, man. This how he locked us up. He said, "Well, I'm gonna do it like he told me, lock 'em up, bro." And that's what he did.
So there was no court, there was no contempt of court, there was no perjury, there was no nothing. It was just y'all walked into the courtroom and they said, I'm gonna lock you up.
Well, the devil would have no whole lot of people in that courtroom. Nobody could be there. They wouldn't do it with the people in the court. Maybe eight or nine people. That's all they were hiding there. And you don't know if you talking to a judge or not.
Right, because a lot of times the judge ain't even really in there. Most of the time it's some lawyers or a DA or something.
Most of it were on, in there with us with the DA. Supposed to been a judge out.
So is this judge still a judge to this day or is he no longer a judge anymore?
Well, just before they let us out, and he,
He what? Oh, he retired, but right before they let y'all out.
yeah, and they let us know it. But he haven't done anything.
So,
All he asked us, all he asked me. He didn't never talk to La Curtis, because La Curtis would never say that word. He talked to me. And he just said, I'm going to lock y'all up for 90 days. And after the 90 days was over, they come in the jail, in my cell, and told me that, the high up got me now. The high up.
they came in your cell and said what?
the high up got me now. After them 90 days, I let them know the 90 days is up. And then they told me something I know in my room that the high up got me now.
Wow.
I know who had me.
Right,
But
right. The
yeah,
God Almighty had you, but
yeah, God Almighty. Yeah, but I know who had me in that jail.
right.
I know the man had me incarcerated.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is this. So they had you all incarcerated. They put you in jail. Now it's come 8 years later after all of that, you get out of jail. What does it say on your criminal record that you were in jail for? Is there any state papers that says that you were in jail?
No
No,
conduct.
we ain't nothing on there.
We ain't got no papers like that.
Mm,
They didn't give us no papers when we left that jail, whether we been in jail or not. We went
mm,
back to the jail and asked them for our record, our papers, and they
right,
denied to give us any kind of paper while we was in jail. It to this day. Now I
right.
don't know whether my lawyer out of Raleigh got into the papers. They didn't give us nothing.
Mm.
And it's
Well,
like this here, they ain't don't intend to give us no papers. I know once we got out, they cleaned all the papers in that courthouse out about that time.
wow.
The people
That is
they took the papers, instead of them threading the papers, they put them on the garbage. They put them in the garbage, and just like the world, and people found them and brought them back to us. But we had all them papers.
right, right.
The ones
So,
that we throwed out that courthouse that the people got hold of, they brought them back to us.
and when they brought them back to you, what did they say?
Well, it was the same papers that we had in the past.
Okay, okay.
It was papers that we had stored in the courthouse.
Yeah. So, what was it like when the people came out to film you all and talk about this? Did you feel like a superstar?
Well, we've been messing with this so long until I feel like a superstar from the start. But you ain't got to come here. You ain't got to come there unless you got some papers.
Right, right,
You better be right.
right, right. I totally understand and I get that. I
No,
get
that's
that.
right. That's right. They know we're not a fool, but they played us as a fool.
Right, right.
And right now, the great big house, they tore that down. They knocked holes in it so it was lit, and the water running, and that's okay. That's okay. And the other place, we just let it knock holes in it so it was rain in it, but it's a concrete building,
Okay.
and I can place the wood.
Yeah, yeah. So what about did you guys have like a club
Yeah,
and a center?
yeah, that's what it is. A center for all the people to go in and they having a picnic and stuff like that down there. Everybody with shelter, bathroom and stuff in it. And I had a little apartment that I stayed in. I could live in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing. I was living in that center. I had an apartment built up in it.
Okay, so here's a question. Who lives on the property right now?
I do.
Are you so you're there right now?
No, I ain't there right now, but every day I goes to that piece of property. Every day. Now, Curtis is right there on it.
Okay.
But they messed up that apartment up there. When I got out of jail, I went in that apartment, and I can't live in there like that. So I just moved on up there with Mother, but Mother ain't know about if it's 300 foot away from the way they cut it up and went in there and put a ditch in there behind her house and I'm gonna fix that bitch.
Right. Now, how old were you when you went to jail?
I stayed in jail that year. I was probably 70. I probably was, I didn't keep up with that, but I stayed in there 8 years. I've been in there in 2011, come out 2018.
All right. So that was 8 years. So were you about 50, 51, 52, something like that?
No, I was, right then, I was probably 69.
So
So
how old are you now today?
I hadn't never start getting my Social Security.
And how old are you today?
I'm 78, 77 right now. I'll be 78. I'll be 78 in January the 6th.
January the 6th, you'll be 78.
I'll be 78.
Hey, long as the creek don't rise, you'll be 78, man.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be 78. I'll be 78.
Hey, you still sound like you get around real well. You still driving?
Oh yeah, I drive. I got long distance trucks.
Oh, so you're a big rig driver.
Yeah, I own some big rigs.
Okay, all right.
I got excavators, backhoes, and everything. So I dig ponds. That's what I do. I dig ponds.
Okay, okay.
And that's what I'm doing on the phone right now. I'm digging the pond.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds good. So right now, no one is bothering you all about this land anymore. Is that about over with?
No, that ain't got over. I just run a white boy out of there that was staying in there with about 20 dogs in the center. 20,
What?
they say it was about 25 dogs.
So he just squatting on y'all land, just over there, just brought a
Yeah,
bunch of dogs.
he was squatting till I got pissed off and I run them away from them.
Hmm.
They not stay in my house.
Right, right. You ain't gonna stay on my property and not
Yeah,
bring all these dogs and let them piss and do all this stuff all over my land.
boy, if you go there and look, I went down there yesterday. I go there every day and look at the mess that I got to clean up. I never seen that much trash in the way they were living down there. They're the nastiest peoples that I ever met in my life. 25 dogs. And what you think they done when you caught him with death? All them dogs. Nothing.
So
He
you
was
called the
breaking the
law on
law.
him?
He was breaking the law right then.
Right. Did you call the law on him?
Yeah, I called it, well, he called it law on himself. So I went down there and locked the gate. Nobody can get in. And when the sheriff come, he said I ran over him, right? The man was on making meth and everything else down there.
He said you ran over him.
Yeah, that's on the video on Channel 12 when you come down there. He called the rescue squad on himself and told him that I ran in with a Cadillac. He took the Cadillac, carried it down there and put it in the store. The sheriff did. I ain't hit no boy. I ain't never done nothing like that. I wasn't no violent person. Cause we would have been violent. Somebody would have got killed. Cause when they come in there and blow that 70-foot shrimp trawler up and set that new house afire, man, they were using hand grenades on us.
What year was it that they blew up the shrimp boat?
They blew up the shrimp boat in 70, I believe about 71. I was 71 when they blew up that shrimp.
Okay, so were you able to get a new boat after they blew up that shrimp boat?
No, that shrimp boat cost, I paid $100,000 for that shrimp boat.
Right. I know. You didn't have no insurance on it?
No, I didn't have no insurance on it. Most of them got the wooden shrimp trawler. The insurance costs so much. I just went on and paid for the boat and went to work.
Yeah, I totally understand that. That sometimes is the way it goes. You just pay
Yeah,
for it and you keep on moving.
that's right. And I didn't know all of this about having, I guess, Hootie hired to blow the shrimp boat up. One of my cousins.
Right. And what about you said they blew up the new house? Where was the new
No,
house located at?
well, it was right behind the center, further down what that for? Maybe it might have been 100 foot from the center, or 200 foot. No, it wasn't no 200 foot, about 150 foot.
All right. So was it close to the water or was it in the
Yeah,
middle of the land?
it was right on the water. See where that center field, mother them had a house right there in 1933. 1933, a storm come and took the house, washed the house away that they had close to the water. They never seen that house when he come back to the water after that storm. They never seen it.
Oh, so the storm just washed that house away.
Yeah.
So 1933, was that when your dad had first got the property?
I know we had that land since 1911.
Oh, 1911.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how long we been on that land. Since 1911.
Man, I thought it was, see, because when I did my research, I saw something that said 1933, so I thought it was 1933, but you're saying it goes back to 1911.
Yeah, that's the original time that my great granddaddy bought that land. That's how long we had that land, since 1911.
Mm. So let's go back. You said they took your Cadillac and they put it in storage because the white man with the dogs said that
Yeah,
you hit him with the Cadillac.
yeah, I run on with the Cadillac at the gate. But when I pulled up to the gate and told him he can't go back in there no more, he just went to hitting on the front of my car, and he said, "I'll kill you." And then I just put it in reverse and backed out and went on up the road. And that's when he called the rescue squad. Said I ran to him. But the boys were watching him. So I've been on and done a job that day. Me and my friend, and somebody had done beat his ass anyway because he had a neck brace. He managed to get that old nasty neck brace on him before the rescue squad got to it. It just where that guy was just on drugs, man.
Right. It's because he was squatting and he had all them dogs and he just found a piece of land he thought he was gonna take for his, or either somebody could have sent him over there to
Y'all
live on that
notice
land.
they put this lawyer put this man in.
Mm.
This lawyer, the head of the town. He head of the county.
Yeah, the head of the county.
Yeah, he the one put them people there on that land. Cause the sheriff made sure that he go there and stay there. He
Right.
had my whole family fear of going to jail, but me.
Right.
And right now, when I've had that boy running off that land, I run that boy off that land. I got an ankle bracelet on me, not right now, been on me 8 months.
Are you serious? They put you
Um,
on house arrest?
well, they didn't put me on house arrest for I done it like this here. When they put me on house arrest, gave me a C felony, has 3 felonies. A C, how you put it? I ain't seen no papers on that.
Really?
They wouldn't even give me no papers on that.
So why did they put the ankle monitor on you and not give you no papers? Don't you got to pay for that?
No, because I got my lawyer to go before the judge, and I told him I'm on a fixed income. I can't even afford this here. So the other judge just said, well, hey, you ain't got to pay nothing.
Okay, so you got out pretty good with that.
Yeah.
So why? Here's a question: Why do they want y'all land so bad? Is the other lands beside y'all's been developed and sold, or what? What is
No,
it? What's
no.
the reason why they want y'all land so bad?
Cause is right on the water, and it's about the prettiest piece of land around there, and it's on intercoastals. It's on intercoastal,
Right. So
and
is there big houses on the land beside y'all, or no?
no,
Is it still
right
country
across the water from us, they got them $1 million homes.
across the water from y'all?
Yeah, probably uh, five or 600 foot across this channel.
Is the shrimp boating real good over there where y'all at?
And I got a nephew shrimping now called he shrimping, and hell, it ain't nothing for him. Right there in the front of where the center at, catch 30, 30, 35 boxes one tote.
35. Now, what is that? What's the price on shrimp right now?
Well, when you catch them like we catch them, they don't want to pay about 50 cents a pound.
Really? It done went down that much? 50 in a pound?
Anytime we get some shrimp, you ain't gonna get no money for them because we black.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give us nothing.
Mm. That don't make no sense, man, that they only giving 50 cents a pound.
Yeah, but I always made a way. I had my own market. I didn't need them.
Right.
I didn't need them.
So you at home with an anchor monitor on. So who's running the trucking business?
Well, I didn't. The way they done my trucks and stuff shot up 8 years while I was in there. So now, trying to get focused on getting my place fixed up, clean up, and they still messing with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I pay the ankle bracelet. I pay the ankle bracelets of mine, but I know what it is. They figure that we have outsmarted them and stuck with this and fight them for over 50 some years.
Yeah. Yeah.
See? And now is a rich black man that is my friend. Now he said he owned the land.
But he's your friend, but now he owns your land.
When he said my friend, I borrowed money from him. And he always, if I needed something and he could help me, he would do it. And he's still my friend. I ain't got nothing against him, but you talk about 13 acres right there on the water side, man. Now he say he own the center where this lawyer supposed to be sold him the center, but all these white people that they had in it, he wouldn't sell it to him if he sold it. But I'll find out if he sold it.
Right.
Or he ain't coming in unless he got some paper.
Right. And I get that. You've made that clear that
I
nobody.
made that clear with him. He ain't no better than white man. You got to show your credentials, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's anybody when it comes to
Hey,
business. You got to
yeah,
show me
yeah,
your
when you come to
paperwork.
business, and then my other cousin son involved with it. And I said, well, okay, we'll find that. You gotta find that.
Right.
That's what you gotta do. They ain't gonna let you there neither.
Yeah, I'm not playing with nobody because this is,
No,
like you
you
said,
can't tell nobody when you messing with your life.
yes, you're right.
You
You are
can't do
100% right. I wouldn't play with anybody. And this
anybody.
is something you have been battling with for like you said, 50 years.
I've
This
been
ain't a game
battling
no more.
and my granddaddy was battling with it, but this never come up because my granddaddy died in 1970.
So
That's
what
when
was?
your brother thought he could come home and take over.
Yeah, but when your daddy died, your granddaddy died in 1970. Where was your father?
Well, my father, he was right there in North River, but my granddaddy, we always stayed on that phone with my granddaddy. And today, my mother's still on that phone. She about 400 foot away from the water right now. And that house been there, I know, over, I know that house been there it been there ever since mother been there. And she's 97.
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
97. Oh my God, that is beautiful. That is
She
beautiful.
97, going on 98.
She's still getting around real good.
Yeah, went to town yesterday. Got us some groceries.
He said we went to town yesterday and got us some groceries.
Got
She,
us some groceries. Some
yeah,
oil and stuff. Yeah, she getting around that's why I can't stop because she talks to me every day about that land.
right, because that's her pride and joy. Of course,
That's her pride and joy. Her
that's
daddy told her, don't let the white man have his land.
right. And so she's upholding that, and that's what's keeping her holding on every day.
Every day.
That's what's keeping her. She's keeping the
I
promise
just,
to her two fathers, God
yes, sir.
and the father that birthed her into this world.
That's right. That's the two.
Right, and man, and it's amazing to hear that she's 98 and she's still fighting just
Yes,
as
sir.
hard as you are at your age.
At my age. And I'm fighting till I die.
Right, and and it sounds like she's gonna fight until she dies. She is going to fight until the day she dies. But it don't sound like God is gonna take her out of here no time soon.
No, sir. She in good shape.
And that's
And
wonderful.
I got her a sidekick where she can get on that sidekick and ride up down the road with the lights on, the signal lights on, and everything. Let
Oh,
her
you
have.
got you got her. What is it?
You see them things they got on the horse phone like the on where they got a horse thing. They kind of straw and stuff in the field.
Yeah.
But mother, she can't. She went to the curb market. She planted vegetables.
Uh-huh.
Man, when she was about 70 something, she would go to this market and make $2,000 or $3,000 a day.
Really?
Yeah, and I kept her with that seafood, shrimp, crabs, fish. I had that boat.
Yeah, you had the boat. So that, like you said, you had your own market. So
Yeah, I had my own market.
you didn't have to go to them to
I didn't
sell
have to
them
go
your
to them.
seafood.
I didn't have to go to them for nothing. I didn't need them.
And see,
I
that's the
had
reason why they messing with y'all is because you all actually made your own little town where you
that's
didn't
right.
need them.
I didn't need them.
And
And
so,
don't need them now.
right.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yes, sir. But see, they don't want to do that because you're too strong. The thing they hate the most is an independent, strong black man that
Yeah,
can think on his own feet and can take care of himself and be self-sustainable. They want you to depend on them for everything.
everything. And we didn't need them for nothing.
And that's the problem. You didn't need them for nothing because you had enough land. You could grow your own vegetables. You
Grow
were
my
on the
own vegetables.
water.
And
That's
I'm
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
water. And I can eat out the water. I eat some fruit.
Right, and then you had enough land. Deer came on your land,
I can feed
possums,
that deer.
all that. Yeah, all that came on your land. So you had your own protein, you had your own vegetables, and you had your own seafood. So
That's
you
right.
were self-sustainable, and you had
Yeah.
trees on your land, so you could tear them down and build houses.
Got a white man right now trying to cut some land over the line. Let him come on
Mm.
across there. And I seen that doctor yesterday for the first time in 50 years. Oh,
50. First time you had seen them in 50 years?
yeah, that in right now. He trying to sell some land as ours, but he can't sell nothing now. So we got him bound. Got him where he can't move nothing. He's scared to come out in the light, man.
Because you caught him.
You
You
got it.
caught him.
Yeah, I caught his brother one morning. I come in on the boat. And my cousin come down there and told me, said, Melvin, the man is down there to your line, got a bulldozer. So I goes off the boat, go down there where he is. And when I get down there where he is, I don't see the bulldozer, but I see him. And the man going through the woods on the bulldozer. I said, the man is on my land. And so he go to running through the woods. And I go to running through the woods at his ass. I run him until he couldn't run no more, and then he stopped. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna kick your ass in here today. You on my land. Yeah, I know, I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. So why you mess with us, man? We don't mess with y'all.
But why did he jump off the bulldozer and take off running? If you know you wrong, just admit you wrong.
He had another man on the bulldozer. He's the big dog. He's standing out on the road while the man in there. So
right.
When I got along there, he ran in the woods. And I said, man, why you messing with us? He said, I know I'm wrong. I said, well, why you messing with us? And then I told him I'm gonna kill his goddamn ass here on the land. And I'm gonna bury him on the land, goddamn. He went to run.
You gonna make him worm food.
Yeah, and then when he get wore out, go running through the woods, then he stopped. And I stopped. Me and my cousin. And then I'm like, I'm in the position then getting ready to take off, and he take off. Cause I kick him in his ass. And he stopped running again, and I put foot to his ass.
You put foot to his ass.
Put foot to his ass. But he not telling. But he took me to court. But when I got in court, I didn't have on my arms and my boots and stuff. He didn't know who I was. And I was sitting right behind him. And the man that was on the bulldozer was sitting there with me. And I said, the man, he was fastened up. I didn't know where the man bought the bulldozer got the woods. But it's just a mess about property.
Yeah. It's a big old mess, man. But
especially when black people got it.
Right. Of course, because this is something that has happened all over the United States. You have Tulsa, Oklahoma, you have Rosewood, you have, Charleston, South Carolina, and now we have SilverDollarRoad that goes down in history as, a black dynasty where a black family owns and is self-sufficient and don't need the government for anything. And because you're self-sufficient, they want to take that away from you.
I'm gonna carry that position to the grave.
Right. I know you're gonna carry it to the grave with you, and that's what you should do. Now, do you have children?
Yeah, I got a lot of children from all over this place.
He says, I got a lot of children strung all over this place. The reason why I was asking about your children, who's going to be the next person that's going to step up in line and take your position as a fighter for this property and for this family?
Well, I'm hoping that my sister kid that done been in service, been in the Coast Guard, done retired, he got his own business. And we got to try to put it in a way that he got a level head on it. Don't drink, no druggie. So we in the position of putting somebody in place after me. I am.
Right, because you got to have somebody that has the passion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we talking about Robert Jones?
Yeah, Robert Jones.
That's who's going to take your position is Robert Jones.
Take my position.
Okay. So he's got his head on his shoulders.
He's got his head on his shoulders, and he got manners. Know how to talk to people. And you try to treat people nice, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, that is the best way to be about it. But sometimes you got to have a little mean streak in you too. You gotta be able to let them know that you're not gonna take no BS off of nobody.
That's where I am. And when I walk in the courtroom, the righteous man, I don't say nothing. I done paid this lawyer to talk for me. He ain't no good, but he's somebody that can they'll let talk. So I let him speak. I'm paying him this money. Ain't getting no more money though. Ain't getting no more goddamn money.
So you talking about the lawyer you have right now at the
Right now,
moment?
yeah, down here where I'm going back and forth to court and ain't doing nothing really.
I
I
mean,
know
so
they can't lock me up.
what are you going back and forth to court for about this junkie that was on your property with these 35 dogs? Is that the
Yeah,
reason why you're going back and
no,
forth to court now?
right now. The land don't never come up. Man, now, they did say, Your Honor, he can afford to pay for that monitor because he just gave a man $30,000. What does that got to do with this case who I pay off? Got
Because
nothing to do with this case.
it don't have nothing to do with this case, but they want to point at you any chance they get and
Yeah,
try to make you look bad.
yeah, but I know that. I know that from the beginning. They try to make me look bad, but I got a lot of people on my side.
Right, right. And it sounds like you got the number one man on your side. If you've been fighting this for 50 years, you went to jail for 8 years,
Yeah,
and you
that's right.
still on this property.
And
The
I'm
man
still on.
upstairs, the man upstairs has still got your back and still
He got
fighting
my
with
back.
you.
He got my back. And right now, some of my own people got guns. They don't like me because I'm standing up to the white man.
Why? They should be standing beside you,
No,
standing up to him.
that's one of the dudes that they got to blow my boat up and go there and set the house afire.
So
Yeah, he
this
come.
was a black man who did this?
Yeah, and still walking around. He's still walking
Wow.
around. Still, when I go to the water, he calls the sheriff every time I go to the water, but I don't give a fuck.
Right. But
Let him
he's
call him.
right. So he's still walking around.
That man, everybody that done anything to us on that land is still walking around.
Man. And
And
so
then, now I'm gonna tell you, when you know the sheriff is behind this, cause the sheriff worked for a dummy. He works for a dummy. The motherfucker that they got running this county down here is a fucking dummy. And he have played them all and sold them all out. Man, you got some devilish people here in Carteret County.
it sounds like it. It sounds like
I
you got
think
some
so.
people that are really conniving and really scheming and just don't want to play the game right and doesn't want to.
Ain't got to play the game right to no black people. And out of all of this, you never hate nothing about our taxes. Cause I whoop them at their own game.
So you saying y'all don't have to pay taxes on this land? Is that what you're saying?
No, we pay taxes now, but our taxes ain't never been behind. We pay them taxes, but I was smart enough to go out of town and send my taxes out of town. Cause if I'd have paid them in town, the white man would have had that money.
Why? So you say you send them off to
I
the
send
IRS?
I send them taxes where he got to send the taxes and he take them up. I had a lady come. I had a lady come to the jail from Charlotte, and she told me.
You got to answer all the questions. I thought I gave him the right.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, you know. They don't never when you were doing them depositions and shit. How long they talk to you? They talk to you about 5 or 6 minutes.
They don't do long. You
Yeah.
got everything. Go ahead and tell him everything. I'm going home.
But damn, I've been handling everything anyhow.
I, I,
All right.
Like with me being out of town, I'm the one do the speaking.
Oh, for you and your brother, you the one do all the speaking.
Yeah, I do all the speaking because I know.
Right, right. And you sound like you are very coherent. And you sound like you sound like you still got a fire in you, man. And I
Oh
love your
yeah,
spirit.
I'm gonna tell you, if you live in Carteret County, you better keep the fire in you and God. Cause it's some people in here will put you down. And I be nice to them, but
How big is your city? How big is your county? About how many people live in your county?
man, I reading this. I'm gonna say about in this county here, it's probably 2 or 3 million.
Okay, what city is this? What city is Silver Dollar
This is
Road in?
okay. This is in Carteret County.
Okay, what's the biggest city around you?
Well, the biggest city around me, I would say
Morehead
Morehead
City.
City.
What city?
Morehead.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, and then I hail from Beaufort.
Beaufort, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
now I've heard of Beaufort.
yeah, Beaufort, North Carolina.
Yeah, I've heard of Beaufort, North Carolina. So how did y'all do when this tornado come through? Did anything affect y'all when the tornado came? What was it, hurricane or whatever came through? Did y'all fare pretty good off of that?
Oh yeah, because I built things that I can put my equipment on. The water won't go up to it, and we live like we always live. When the water get high, we move to a high hill.
Oh, okay, you just moved, and
Oh
that's the
man,
way
I
you do
seen
it.
the water right there in the front of that center. Out there in the front of it, 'cause I will always go to my big boat and get on that, right?
Yep.
I would go to that big boat. I got she ain't got breaker loose from that anchor I got for her. And I go on my boat and stay until the storm go by.
So you
Right
mean to
out there
tell me
in
you
front of the
stay
house, I
out
don't live
there?
about 250 foot away from the center.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm right there on the
you
waterfront. I go on my boat and stay through the storm, crank it up,
is that
turn the lights
safe?
on
You
and let
know,
them stay
'cause
on until the storm is gone.
so that's safe to stay on your boat until the storm is gone.
Yeah. And then I can go out on the deck and just watch the water, see the water, stand on my boat and see it back on the walk and look at the land, how much water's on the land.
Right, right. Being where I'm from, we're not close to the water, so I didn't know if it was safe enough for you to go out and be on your boat when it's storming like that.
Well, see, like I say, I built a place when I tie my boat up to that dock. Where I walk down that dock. I got her
Okay.
bridled off. She ain't gonna hit the dock or nothing. I got her where when I come in here and a storm comes, she'll go round and round that piling. And she got to stay with the wind. Anytime you got a boat, you got to anchor that. She got to stay with the wind. The wind, that front of the bow of that boat got right at the wind. The wind got cut around that boat.
All right. So they took your Cadillac. Did you get you a new Cadillac?
No, I didn't buy any new Cadillac. I just wanted something to get around in, and then I won't have no trouble about it. And you know, I just got some. Decided when I was in jail what kind of car I got to get when I got out. I
So
had a
what?
brand new truck when I went in, a brand new F-150.
What happened to it?
Well, I had it, but you know how the mother is. Mother was driving that. I left that with mother. And when I got out, it had a lot of little nicks on it, dents on it, and shit. I kept the truck, but damn, I paid for a new truck, and then I didn't get a whole lot of service out of it. The
But your
people
mama
8
did.
years had it, got
Your mama
all the
got
service
service.
out of it.
That's right. I was gonna say your mama got all the service out of that
Yeah,
truck. So that was
And,
just a gift to mother. That was just a
yeah.
gift to mother. That's what that was.
Yeah, 'cause then I paid for the insurance and stuff on the truck the whole time I was in there.
Right. So,
I
you
didn't,
know,
I
you were
didn't, I
just
didn't
being a
waste
good
my money
son.
now. I put my money to some good use.
It
For a hell
sounds
of a
like,
lot of time, I have done $1,000. I'm a landscape and sell dirt.
it sounds like you were a pretty good businessman. You had your head on your shoulders and you made sure, uh, things were taken care of.
Yeah, me and my other cousin that just died, Charles Reeves, that's my other aunt son. Now
Uh-huh.
he was the boss. I let him handle all the business, 'cause all I done is talk to these white people and kept these white people down. And when they
You
needed
talked to the
something,
white people and did what?
well, when the money got to be, 'cause we never would mess with no lawyer here in this town. We always go out of town and set this up where these lawyers knows what was going on the SilverDollarRoad. And everything that they had for the SilverDollarRoad, it wasn't like they put it on the ad is. Drugs and stuff. And it wasn't like that.
Right. You don't sound like you was on no drugs or nothing like that. You sound like you might drink a beer every now and then,
No,
but
I try not to mess with no alcohol. That
well, that's
goddamn, I'm
good.
like that Indian. Goddamn, you fuck with that alcohol, the white man, goddamn sure got get you. Ignorant water. That's what the Indian call it. You go mess with that ignorant water. Goddamn, they got you.
The ignorant water get you done in.
Yes, sir. I don't mess with that. Always, I done like my granddaddy told me. He had a level head. He said, son, you stick with your mother on this land, 'cause the white man come in to get it.
So
Now,
he
that's the
knew
kind
this
of
ahead.
land he had.
Right. So he knew this a long time ago that they were coming for this land.
Oh, yeah, he knowed it. Let me tell you something. When you got a smart business headed, my granddaddy was in the agriculture. He was into
Okay.
the tobacco.
Yeah.
That's where he
Okay.
made his money,
All right.
planting tobacco.
So on this 65 acres, he used to plant tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why do you guys not still do tobacco off of the land?
Well, I'm going to tell you, the white man got smart on the black people that done farming. My granddaddy sold, planted tobacco, and went to where they sell tobacco. I seen that man bring $10,000 home back in the day where he sold tobacco. But he got to have that fertilized to make them plants, make them seeds grow.
Yeah.
He was a farmer. That's all I
Right.
got to say.
Right.
He had some pretty crops.
Right, and of course, like we've talked about through the whole thing, you guys were independent. You had beautiful crops. You had a self-sufficient land, and they were just not wanting to see you all succeed at no level.
No level. Boy, my great granddaddy told me some stories that they have come to his stable where his horse at, his mule. 'Cause that's where they planted. That's where they done the farm. They had mules. They didn't have no tractor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was before they could afford tractors. I know they had mules.
Yeah.
So he had mules out there working the land, and the white man used to come to the land and do what?
Man, come to his stable at night and it had to been the way he told me, they had to have a sharp bush axe to cut that mule guts out of it. 'Cause my mother saying that. The mule
They
was
so
stable
they would come and kill
with
your
his gut.
granddaddy's mules.
Yeah, cut the mule guts out of him. But they didn't kill the mule. The mule didn't die, but he died later on 'cause the guts cut out of him. These guts were hanging out the mule.
Man, that don't even make no sense. Why not just go on and kill him? Why make the mules suffer?
Well, now they probably would go and kill him now this day and time.
Yeah,
They
this day and time they
call,
probably shoot him on. They just shoot him and get it over with.
well, yeah, now, but they were trying to keep him from going in the field the next morning.
Right, but he still got up and got it done, didn't he? When he
Yeah,
got him another mule.
but he got him another mule and kept on working.
Right. It just sounds to me like through it all, you all have worked so hard and just kept a good. Now of course you're going to get mad. Of course you're going to get mad. Of
Yeah, you
course
gotta
you're
get
going
mad,
to get upset.
but
But it sounds like you still was working and you were still making a living for yourself.
yes, I never stopped working. I started shrimping when I was about 14. That's when I went to shrimping. But I went to shrimping with a white guy that took me in, and I stayed with him. 'Cause I would go home on the weekends when I got paid off. But I wasn't nowhere from home, maybe 2 miles, 3 miles. Where I was, I could look right at our land, so I was,
Right. So you wasn't
we,
that far.
we were fortunate enough to be on this water where we could work.
Right. So you went on the boat with the white guy
And I
and
still got
he showed
my
you
shrimping license
the
right now.
business. He showed you the shrimping business, and then you left him and you started
You
doing it for
still there?
yourself.
Hello? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I said you went on the
Hello?
boat. I'm still here. Hello? Can you hear me?
Huh? You stop talking.
Hello? Hello?
He's got plenty of time.
Hello? I'm still here. Hello? Can you hear
His light
me?
will go off.
I don't know.
Hello?
He's still on, ain't he?
Hello?
I can't get him to answer.
Hello?
That don't look like him to me. What's that
Hello?
look like?
Well,
Hello?
he ain't saying nothing.
Hello? I'm still here.
See if he's still there.
You still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Hello?
I'm hello.
It might have been
Hello?
seemed like he would have.
Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Still see it going up there.
Hello?
I can see it going, but I can't get.
Hello? Hello? I'm still here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Have a good day. Well, I never
Hello?
talked to him out.
Oh, yeah.
He enjoyed me. I said he was signing off going home. It's still going on. Hello?
Can you hear me? Melvin?
It's still going on.
Melvin, can you hear me? Melvin. Hey, Dave.
Yes. Melvin, are you
You
still
said I
there?
have the kid.
No, I don't
No,
think
so
they
now
can
you're
hear me. I
trying to
don't know if
order
it's
something
it's
back
got
for
to be a
him to
technical
do
thing.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's got to be something on their
Might
end.
be come on this one.
No, I went by instructions to add.
Because if they hit mute, we wouldn't be able to hear them, I believe.
Right. I don't think, but I don't understand what's going on. The reason why.
They might
He
have to
said,
drop
None.
off and log back in.
I don't know. Hello?
Like
And you
Curtis
got
just
me,
left.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So what?
I'm hungry.
Well, you got something you can munch on.
Well, now they have a
That's a
dinner.
big thing.
Right.
I like to smoke one if I had.
Man, I tell you what though, man, when you watch the whole movie, it gives you a real sense of the level of bureaucracy and systemic racism that's alive and well in Carteret County, North Carolina. This is something that's up the chain of command in that county. Somebody in that county wants that land because they want to develop that property. They want to make money off of it.
Right. I mean, it was a wonderful interview, and we got our hour's worth of education. We got our hour of everything. So it sounds like they're having dinner. So I guess we'll just let them have dinner and
Yeah.
uh, just tell us what you know about the situation, being that this is your family. Just give us a synopsis of everything that's going on with this situation, and we'll call that the end of the show for the night, and everybody can go and enjoy themselves for the rest of the night.
Well, I mean, Melvin did a great job of giving you the firsthand account, the details from the man on the soldier on the ground. You know, if he was at the tip of the spear, he gave you a good idea of what he was dealing with all of the years. But from my understanding of the situation, talking with family and watching the documentary does a wonderful job of showing you the trail of evidence. And I'm still trying to figure out it goes beyond my level of comprehension. How can you lock somebody up in a local jail for 8 years because they refuse to sign over the deed to their land because you want them to? You want the land. So if you don't sign this over to me, I'm putting you in jail. How is that illegal? How can a sheriff and a judge get away with that for 8 years? You just took 8 years of somebody's life on an illegal incarceration, and nobody's done anything about that. The state of North Carolina is not moving to do anything about any of that.
Yeah, that is the part. That is now to me. That is the part that is amazing in this day and time. Is that what everything you just said. That is the part that behooves me about this whole situation. Is that there's no paperwork that states while we were locked up in jail. There's no paperwork that shows what we were charged with. There's no paperwork that says any of these things, and nobody can seem to come up with anything. You're right. That is the part that literally blows me away about this whole situation. Them putting some squatters on the land, them, blowing up buildings and shrimp boats and all of those things. None of that surprises me because the enemy will hit you with all types of attacks. But to take my freedom away for 8 years, and nobody has any answers on why you took my freedom away for 8 years. That's the part that behooves me.
Right. And again, that county, there's got to be somebody in that county, some rich person, some landowner that I don't know what's on the left and the right of those 65 acres, but I believe that the land beside them have been developed, and there's something on the waterfront on both sides of the river, or the intercoastal waterway. They're on the intercoastal waterway, and then there's a piece of land across from them, and then there's the ocean.
Right.
So
So have people built on the land across from them? Because he was saying something about million dollar homes.
there's $1 million homes across the waterway where you can stand on their property and look across the water and see the houses, and the shrimp boats go up and down the ICW, the Intercoastal Waterway, and then go out into the Atlantic. So this is really some beautiful prime property that we're talking about, and because it's not being developed the way some people think it should be developed, I believe that's the rub. Because
Mm.
we want to be able to get more tax,
Of course.
more tax dollars,
Of course.
because
We
yeah,
want to make our pockets fatter, and we want to make you look like you're dummies. And from everything he said to me and everything I heard from him, these people are strong people. They are strong-willed. I see where you get it from. Strong-willed, strong-minded people who are not going to give up. And he says they have been fighting this fight for 50 years. I'm
yeah,
just at 45. So 5 years before I even got here, they had been fighting this fight. And then he said back in 1980, they blew up a shrimp boat. Why? I mean, you just
well,
want
they
to
wanted
take
to shut they
away.
yeah they wanted to stop his income. Even, and
Right.
like you said, when he was shrimping, he didn't have to take his haul down to the market and sell it for the prices they wanted to give him. He was able to provide for not only his family, but all of the black families in that community will come to their market, which means they weren't going to the other markets to purchase their seafood. They were coming to his market to purchase the seafood. And so we had to shut that down because we need you to buy from us.
Right, of course. It's always like that. Like you put in the comments, it's like any of the other monopolies that we had, and they saw us succeeding and have everything. Like I said, on 65 acres of land, you've got meat, you've got vegetables, you've got everything you need. You have trees, so you have the ability to build you a structure in which you
Hmm.
can cohabitate in, and you also had water which you could go and fish and make a living off of and eat off of.
Yeah.
You're a self-contained unit. You
Yeah.
don't need for anyone or anybody. No, they don't like that. They don't like that
No.
at all, being that you're a self-contained unit.
Right. I mean, the only thing that they would actually really need would be electricity.
Right. And if you're smart
Electricity
enough, you can
and
generate your
access.
own. Right.
Well, yeah, yeah. On 65 acres of land, you probably could set up a solar field and a wind field, a wind farm, and generate your own if you get the right generate batteries and
Right,
store
right.
the
But
power. And
even with having water, you can build it off of water. I know
yeah,
you've seen like the
hydroelectric.
hydroelectric. You can do
Yeah,
hydroelectric. So they had everything. They had everything they needed in order to be self-sustainable. And apparently, what's the county's name? They didn't like it.
Carteret County. Yeah, Carteret
Carteret
County.
County. Now, what is the biggest
Yeah.
city around Carteret County?
I'm not sure if New Bern. I'm guessing New Bern, but like I said, you got Beaufort, you got Fort Macon, Atlantic Beach area. My family down there, they live in Harlow, North Harlow. That's where my grandmother is from on my mother's side. Um, so those are
Okay,
just Harlow's
right,
just
but
little towns.
give us a landmark that everybody would know. What is the closest big town that everybody would recognize? Like,
Like I said, the closest big town is going to be New Bern, but I'm not sure if New Bern is still in Carteret County.
right,
But
okay,
New Bern is probably the biggest town around there, and then I guess one step down from New Bern would probably be Fort Macon, Beaufort area.
okay, all righty.
And it's
So,
spelled the same way as Beaufort, South Carolina. But if you're listening, don't go to North Carolina and say Beaufort because you will get beat up. I made that mistake my first time I went down there. I went
you
into a
said,
local store. I said, "Excuse me, and I was in the Coast Guard, and I was going down there to visit the Coast Guard station. I was doing an inspection, and I stopped in a little store to grab, something to snack on. Excuse me, snack on. I said, "Is this Beaufort?" He said, "Beaufort, Beaufort's in South Carolina. This is Beaufort." Man, I thought I was gonna get jumped.
but so they take that pretty personal when you
Oh
call
yeah,
the
that's
city
fight.
that.
Those are fighting words down there.
Wow, he said those are fighting words. If it's spelled the same, but the
Spelled the
pronunciation
same and
is
pronounced
totally
differently.
different.
Yep.
Totally different pronunciation. That's wild, man. Again, if you talk to Melvin tonight, you tell him I said, thank you so much. It was a beautiful interview. I love his energy. I love the fact that he is at his age and he's still feisty and fighting. And we need more people like that. And mama, at 98, God bless her soul. God
What you
bless her,
said?
man. Because we don't have a lot of people in our families that live to be that age. So to
Mm-mm.
me, that's beautiful and wonderful because my grandma didn't live to be in her 70s. And so, you know what I mean? It's wonderful that we still have monarchs that are around at that age, man.
Yeah. My grandmother, she made it to 96.
That's beautiful, man. I don't like I said. In my lifetime, none of the older people in my family made it to be that old. So for them to still be fighting like they are at the ages they are, man, God has truly blessed that family. Like I told Melvin, I said, man, y'all fighting so hard, man. That means God is true. Y'all are truly blessed people, man. God is truly on your side, man, because most people would have gave up a long time ago. But
Yeah.
man, that is amazing that at his age, him and his brother, even though his brother's kind of silent and didn't want to talk too much, but
Yeah.
it's always that dynamic like that. It's somebody that's willing to talk, and then it's like us. I'm the talkative
Yes.
brother, and you the quiet brother. But when you come through, you got some powerful stuff to say. But I'm the one that's talking all the time. But we still brothers. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that after looking at the documentary, and I think like Curtis took the incarceration, I think it impacted him a little more deeply.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it happens that way.
Yeah.
But man, Silver Dollar Road. If you haven't seen it, go see it because it's the modern day Rosewood. It's the modern day Tulsa, Oklahoma. These people have been fighting this battle for 50 years. You heard the man. They've been fighting the battle for 50 years. If you have not seen it, please go to Prime Videos and watch Silver Dollar Road. It's very interesting. It's an emotional thing. So trigger warning. If you are already Afrocentric, you're going to want to go out and kick some non-melanin booty after you watch this movie.
Yeah, you're gonna feel a certain way. You're
You're
gonna feel
going to want to
something.
go out and kick some non-melanin booty after you watch this movie. Listen, don't get yourself arrested. Don't get yourself caught up because this is a cycle and this is what these people have been doing to us for years. What you need to
Yes.
do is you need to have the fight of Melvin. You need to have the fight. You need to have the fight to stand up to these people and make them understand that you will not back down and you will not give up. And the Lord has you in whatever you do as long as you are a praying man. A praying man.
Well,
It is
thanks to
going
all
to
of
be
our
all right.
regulars, Morris Harris and Mark up in Clarksville. Thank you all for tuning in. I
Bubba
think my daughter
J.
Dominique, yeah, Bubba J jumped in. My daughter Dominique jumped in for the first time from
Okay, that's what's
Delaware.
up. Shouts out
And
to Dominique. I'm glad that you was here, ma'am. That is what's up. Man.
Mr. A jumped in for a little bit.
Yeah. I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
We had some pretty good listeners tonight, but again, please go check out the
Silver
movie,
Dollar
man.
Road,
Silver
playing
Dollar
on
Road.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Man, Morris, hey, you be on it, my man. We sure appreciate you, Morris, man.
Yeah, Morris is a
You
walk-in history book, man.
Man, you see him down here in the chats, man. This dude, I tell him every time, if he believe me or not, man, I love that brother. I love his energy. I love what he brings to it. I would have brought you in tonight, man, but I had to make sure we focused on this special guest. You heard how old he was, so I wanted to make sure I kept his attention. And I just wanted to make sure that I kept the interview uh, I drive everywhere because my mind just works in different ways and I drive all over. But I think for pretty much this interview, we got everything that we needed from Mr. Melvin. And that dude, like I said again, that dude is feisty as heck. He is feisty as heck.
Hey, man, he reminds me of Jed Clampett. I'm telling
Yes,
you, man.
yes, yes. Yes, man. Yes, that dude. Man, I'm 77 and I'm still trying to kick some ass. I was like,
Right,
oh,
right. I'm still
oh.
shooting flies at 50 yards with a 22.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna put my foot in his butt. Yeah, I chased him through the woods. It's like,
I'm gonna bury him out there if I catch him.
right. I'm gonna
Right. I'm
bury
like,
him on
oh,
this
dude, don't say
land.
that on the tape. Don't say that on air.
Right. I'm like, oh man. But I tell you what, man, it's the raw truth, and you
Yeah.
can't beat anything but the truth, man. You can't beat the truth with a stick, man. And this was his opportunity to have a great conversation. At the end, he sat down and had some dinner. Hey, that
Right.
was a heck of I don't know how he lost me or whatever happened at the end, but it was a great way of going out. They can't hear me no more. The next thing you know, you hear forks hitting the plate. Blink, 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 blink. He's like, I'm just out.
Hey,
It's over. I'm on.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Hey, but what he say? I gave him an hour. I gave him an
Right.
hour of a good story. He's good because I thank you for giving them the layout of everything and letting them understand and know. And he was right on the money. He was like, I gave him an hour. Bet you gonna
Right.
like that. Clink, 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 clink. Oh,
Special shout out to my cousin Kim Duan. She's the one that was my go between to get these gentlemen online tonight. So shout out to my cousin Kim.
right, right, right. Listen, everybody, we love you. We appreciate you and we thank you.
Yes.
And Dave, we hit 500 downloads last week, man. We hit 500 downloads last week, man. We are
All right. Can I
doing
get six? Can I get
wonderful.
six?
Can I get
Six
a
going,
six? Can I
six
get a
going.
six? Can I get a six? Can I get a six? But man, we hit 500 downloads last week, man. We are doing wonderful. We are on all of the streaming platforms, iHeartMusic, Apple, Podbean, of course, that's where we come from, Spotify, Samsung Music, which I think they're about to go. But if you hear this, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your cousin, share it with your brother, share it with your sister. And
Yes.
if you listen to this show, please leave us a comment and let us know what you think about our content. We are constantly improving and working to get ourselves better. And we appreciate and we thank every one of you for listening to us. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. And you just don't know how God will work in your favor if you just sit down and listen to him in those quiet moments, man, because
Amen.
I
Amen.
didn't think I would ever get to this point, but God has blessed me. He's blessed me with an amazing brother who has helped me develop my craft and has brought me some wonderful people to talk to. So I appreciate you, my brother. This is a wonderful ride and it only gets bigger from here, man. And this
Amen.
is going to turn into something that we don't understand, but God has a better plan for us. So
Amen.
thank everybody for listening. Dave, what you got to say to the world?
Hey, love is much greater than hate. So spread the love and don't fear. God is in control because fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real.
Yes, 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 yes. So everybody, we thank you. And we are out. He says, wait a minute,
Deuces.
what did Morris say down here real quick before we get out of here? He says, dude, you got a winner. You got a winner, dude. Hey man, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Man, you should have made this a segment like Black History Unknown Connect the Dots. Hey, look, we are working, man. We're working. We're working, man. We got some more stuff in store, man. We got a lot of things in the queue and we're working, man. We may revisit this one or we may have another story by the time Black History gets here. And Dave, this makes our 31st episode that we're publishing. 31st
Yep.
episode, 500 downloads, man. We are moving, brother. We are moving.
Yes,
We're
sir.
moving, man. We're moving. We are moving the scoreboard, man. Every day we get closer and closer. We're moving the scoreboard.
Yes, sir.
All righty, my brother.
All right. Cue the music.
The kickback, the place for brothers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The kickback, a place for brothers. Yeah, yeah. The kickback, a place for brothers. Yeah, yeah. The kickback, a place for brothers. 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 The kickback, the place for brothers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The kickback, a place for brothers.